So let's talk the Premiership final. Bath versus Leicester, the historic fixture in the Premiership. When it started in 87, 88, you could still buy a matchday ticket with one of these, a pound note. Don't ask me why I've got one of those. But the first winner of the Premiership was Leicester. The second was Bath, and they swapped backwards and forwards until Bath have gone through a massive lean patch, nearly 30 years without winning. Leicester much more consistent. They had those Martin Johnson years. They won 4 in a row. No, they won 4 in 7 years. They've been more consistent since 2008. They've been a bit lean, but they did get a win a few seasons ago. So maybe Bath have a bit more historical weight on their shoulders, combined with the fact that they know on average they are the better team in the country, the best team in the country, but when it matters most, can they do it? And that's what the playoffs give you. Yes, it is commercial, of course, but it's nice to have that jeopardy on one game as well, that big crescendo at Twickenham. And of course, we see there on the thumbnail, we've got a de Glanville and a Jomo back in the team. So is it the glory days once again for Bath, or are Leicester going to spoil the party, if you like? But they are no mugs. I think they're definitely the second best team in the country as well. Yes, they've made the final, I think, over the course of the season. And looking at that team, you can definitely say that. Now, styles-wise, they might be quite similar, actually. It's not the Bath versus Bristol semi-final where they're the complete opposite. I think it will be an attritional battle. It will be who can win the high ball, who's going to get the edge in the scrum, the line out, who's going to get a 50-22 first. It could well be that sort of thing. Who knows? Maybe it will blow wide open, but I think certainly early on it's going to be fairly cagey, that kind of arm wrestle, which is great. You want different types of rugby to watch, so I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, let's have a look at these teams and say who would make a combined 15, and I'd love to know your thoughts on it because it is all just good fun and very subjective. Now, for this combined 15, I'm going to say you can pick anyone in this 23, and I'm going to go with Beno Urbano as my first pick over Nicky Smith. It's close. All these picks are close, but Urbano over the course of the season has been fantastic. He's been consistent now, back from injury. He's fully fit and strength is his thing. He's very squat. He gets low in the scrum. He is a powerhouse, so I would go for Urbano. At hooker for Bath, Tom Dunn has been fantastic. He's been Mr. Consistent, probably playing the best rugby of his life. Montoya, though, he's a captain of Argentina. I think he's got a little bit more around the park, so I think I would give it to Montoya, but Tom Dunn has been fantastic and he starts once again. How do Bath go at tight head? Well, this time they start Thomas du Toit. They tend to change it up depending what they want. Du Toit is probably the best tight head in the world. I've been saying that for quite a while, so he gets in this combined 15. But Joe Hayes for Leicester, starting there, has massively improved this year, and he's really fit. He's in condition. He's playing the rugby of his life, a real set-piece monster. But of course, Will Stewart, he's no mug as well. He's the starter for England. For goodness sake, he's going on the Lions tour, but I am still going for Thomas du Toit. Second rows was tough. Quinn Rue, Charlie Yules, and then on the bench we've got Ross Maloney. These guys are all hard experienced players, internationals, former internationals, and they give absolutely everything. Very low error, very physical. But I think I probably would actually start both Leicester second rows. They're just the ones that have stood out for me a bit more. Maybe Quinn Rue would be close there as well, might go on the bench, etc. But I think Henderson has really improved, and Chesham is a class act. Obviously with the line-outs, probably the best line-out exponent in the Premiership. So athletic, could play 6 as well. But talking of 6, we have 2 players who I both want to start. We've got Ted Hill, quick, strong, physically the perfect 6, and Liebenberg has been consistently Leicester's best player. I can't not have them both. Liebenberg is the perfect South African back row, absolutely massive, hard as nails. So Liebenberg starts at 6, but I keep joking that Ted Hill is Bath's best winger, so I'm going to start him on the wing. Tell me if that's crazy. I'm not sure it is. At 7, tough one. We've got the experienced Tommy Reffell up against Guy Pepper. It would have been Sam Underhill, and if that was the case, I think Underhill would have taken it, but Reffell takes it for me on experience. Pepper is fantastic. He's got a great engine. He wins man of the matches, but I think maybe just a couple of years off his peak. But let me know if you go Pepper. Certainly against Bristol, he played fantastic, but also they were very clever by not giving him lots of rucks to target. So that's definitely a battle of the Jackalers, the poachers. At 8, Bath have started Reid. Now, when I typed this up earlier, when I didn't know the teams, I had put Reid in there, believe it or not, at 8, because I thought that Barbary is better off the bench. Don't worry, at 23, he's not the replacement back three or centre. He will be coming on in the back row. He is an impact player. So do you go Barbary, Reid? Do you go Cracknell? I think he's the other one there for number 8. Cracknell, I think Wales should have taken him in the Six Nations. Maybe too late now. He is just a big, hard ball carrier. Barbary, the same. But I think I'd start Reid, actually. I think Reid is the better player, but maybe not quite as big as the others. Well, definitely not as big as the others, which is probably why he's not getting that international recognition. Now he can play all across the back row. I think he is actually the better all-round player. So I'm going for Reid. Maybe a bit of a surprise pick there. At 9, straight for Spencer. I think he's the better of the two at the moment, but Van Poortvliet is having the season of his life. His kicking is fantastic. When he's allowed to attack, he's amazing as well. It depends what sort of game plan Leicester play, but if it is a kicking set piece one, I think Spencer still takes it. The battle of the superstar 10s, Russell versus Pollard. Dare I say that Pollard plays a bit better for the Springboks than he does for Leicester. Was a bit off in his kicking the other day, but still very experienced. You can work the ball wide as good as anybody. But Russell is a better runner. They are both good defenders, actually. Russell is an underrated defender. A bit more unpredictable. I would go for Russell, but real tough on there between two so experienced internationals. Into the centres, who would I go for? Well, at 12, I would go for Cater, even though he's starting at 13. This guy just takes the ball up. He is massive, he is powerful. In the semi-final, they just ran him on a simple switch, a simple pop, and that was good enough to set up the play fantastically well. He's the best out of all of those guys there to do it. And then for me, it's a battle of the younger players, the playmakers. Woodward, he's now starting regularly for Leicester. He's really big as well, actually. He's very powerful. Redpath, a good all-rounder, but I can't not take Max Ojomo. He has that extra pace, that extra drink, that extra half break. So Cater and Ojomo, that is a hell of a centre partnership. And then the back three, I've already given one wing spot to Hill. Who goes on the other wing? You've got Muir and we've got Cokanasiga, two big, strong, powerful wingers. Muir particularly good in the air, Cokanasiga particularly powerful. Hassel-Collins probably takes it over all three from this season's performance. In the air, that little bit quicker as well. But you can't not take Adam Radwan. He is the magic man. Hopefully he has a fantastic game and he gets on this England tour because he so deserves it. And it probably is his last chance, actually. He's getting into his late 20s. He's still the quickest guy around, but if he's not picked up this summer, he's probably not in the plans going forward. And then at 15, another incredibly hard one, the all-rounder, Tom de Glanville. He's definitely getting better. He's got that good all-round game, good under the high ball. He's pretty quick. Not the biggest. He's in great positions. Maybe can get run over a little bit sometimes. Stewart is trying his utmost to get into this England team to be the best player he can be. We know he's not going to be the most agile, but goodness me, kicking, high ball and attacking, he's really improved with that attack as well. So I would give it to Freddie Stewart. So that's my combined 15. That's my kind of hype video on the Premiership. Let me know what you think of this game and the lineups, and please do join me for the live stream. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'll catch you next time.